Coming up on 614, back here on Breakfast Television, National Bullying Awareness Week. Important discussions happening all across the board. Two gentlemen that have been a part of it over the last couple weeks here in the city. Chase and Lorenzo, thanks for getting up early to do this first.
You're welcome.
And Lorenzo, let's start with you. For people unfamiliar with the story, there is a unique relationship with both you and Chase, and tell us how this is formed.
Back in the day, a few years ago, I was a bully to Chase, and you know, I had a history of both being a bully and being bullied, and it was just like a mistake that I made, and you know, it took me a few years to overcome like both situations, and yet, you know, we've overcome it, and you know, we're good friends today.
Yeah, we are.
There's clearly, you know, a process that's happened with this story. I mean, the fact that you were the bully, that you were bullied, and now that you two are friends. Chase, talk about this and the part of being the victim of the one being bullied. What goes through your head, and what allows you to get to the point where you can overcome it and you two can be friends and spread an anti-bullying message now?
Well, you know what? Overcoming it is one of the hardest parts from a bully, and it took me so long to overcome what he really did. It was mainly verbal abuse, and just even coping with it was such a tough time, because back then I had no one to talk to. No one really liked me, and I guess because I was different, and yeah, I just don't. It's pretty straightforward to sort of say that you just need someone to talk to. You can cope with it, in my perspective, and that's why our new team and our Facebook page that we've developed helps that out, the peer-to-peer system.
And we're going to talk about buddies over bullies in a quick second. Lorenzo, going back to you on this idea of being the aggressor, what were some of the causes for you that created this behavior that made you lash out in that way?
I thought it could be tough. I thought it would be cool to pick on someone I thought it would be weaker than me, and to try and always hang out with the popular kids, which really didn't work out. Mm-hmm. And
then the tables were turned for you.
The tables were turned for me, and I realized that you know, I should have chosen to be friends with someone that actually wanted to be friends with me, rather than trying to force myself into a group of people that didn't want to be friends with me.
So many key issues that come out of this, and especially when it's finding your identity, finding your place is important. And Chase, you bring up a good point of having that outlet. So with buddies over bullies, I mean, this is the discussion you guys had in the forum. How does this work as an outlet for people to have that voice and have that place when it comes to acceptance and, most importantly, safety?
Well, you know what? Having that acceptance and safety, really, because honestly, all of us are experienced members. We're all experienced with being bullied, and everyone in the group has a really tough story. Like, I shouldn't share it really, but I will say that they all know what it feels like to be bullied, and you know what? And anyone can come to talk to us, and that's why I'm going to talk about this peer-to-peer system, because I believe it's going to be more effective rather than an adult versus teen sort of connection, because even though that adults think that they can relate to teens, which they can, just as much as the teen wants to vent to the adult, for some reason there's restrictions just in that mentality of the teen. There's restrictions because they're afraid that they're going to make a big deal out of it or go to extreme measures to get it solved, but really they want someone to talk to and not to go to those big measures and just to get it solved simply. So,
well, it takes a great deal of maturity, one, to go through it, another to have the discussion, and then three, to actually do something about it, and you guys have done that. Buddies Over Bullies, if you want to check this out online, facebook.com, there you see the details on screen, /Buddies Over Bullies, and you can find out more about the program and having that voice if you are facing something in your life. Kudos to you boys for getting the message out there.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Very nice. We're going to take a break. Entertainment Buzz coming up after the break. The Stones have added a 5th anniversary concert. We'll give you details on that, and you can chime in about this important discussion on our Facebook page as well. Stay with us.
I'm trying not to lose my head.